Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 20th February 2024. So first we are going to take Delhi edition of Hindu and we are going to pick out the articles which are relevant from our examination point of view. And after that we are going to take the different dimensions. So these dimensions are very important to write a very beautiful mains answer. And know where this type of analysis will be given and know where any institute will be giving like how to read this current affairs and also how to connect with the subjects. So here we are going to see different dimensions and we are going to even connect the different subjects also. So this type of understanding is very important because you have to develop your own perspectives and as well as dimensions. So I will be helping you to develop that skills. Okay, and if you are watching this analysis, so please do watch daily. Okay, and one more thing here is you have to hit the like button and you have to share this video to your friends so that it will be encouraging me. So this is a front page and this is the first important article in our newspaper. So title says use dictionary meaning for forest, Supreme Court tells center. So here we have to focus on the keyword. Keyword here is forest. So why Supreme Court is interfering now in this regard of forest? So what did central government did? So now let us see in detail regarding the dimensions. So first of all, this article is talking about forest. Yes or no? So you have to see what happened recently. So this is important from your GS paper to polity. So in 2023, government came up with amendments. Government came up with amendments to Forest Conservation Act of 1980. So because these amendments, so there are number of petitions. So there are number of petitions. They were filed in Supreme Court. So now Supreme Court interfered into that and Supreme Court came up with a 3-judge bench. Supreme Court came up with this 3 judges bench and it asked now central government to use dictionary definition of forest because as of now there is no nationally accepted definition for forest. So because of this now Supreme Court said that yes, you can use dictionary definition of forest. Okay, so this is the present context why it is in news. Now let us see some dimensions. Okay, so now why Supreme Court is asking central government? So this is a one question and if you go back to this infographic, you can see now it clearly, right? So here in this infographic, it is saying that Environment Ministry should issue a circular in this regard to states and union territories. So there is also including of states and union territories here. And if there is any establishment of zoos or safaris, they have to take final approval from the top court. Again, judiciary is there here. And here Supreme Court is saying that all encompassing dictionary meaning will continue to hold field until states and union territories prepare consolidated land records. Again, we have here the role of state government and union territories. So now let us move back to the dimensions here. So here you have to see like forest is present in which list. So we have Schedule 7. So we have Schedule 7 of Indian Constitution. So this Schedule 7 which is an example for federalism in India. It is example for federalism in India. So federalism is nothing but there is a proper sharing of powers between center and state. So here in this Schedule 7 we have 3 lists. Yes or no? We have 3 lists. So first one is union list, second one is state list and third one is concurrent list. So what are the subjects which are present in union list? Central government has the power to make the laws. In the same way, on the subjects which are present in the state list, state government has the exclusive power to make the laws. And what about this concurrent list? In this concurrent list, both the central government and as well as state government have the power to make the laws. So if you come back here, we have forest. We are talking about forest. So forest will comes under this concurrent list. So earlier the forests, they were present in the state list, but 42nd Constitution Amendment Act of 1976, which brought state under concurrent list. So now here central government and as well as state government, they have the power to make the laws in this concurrent list. And whenever there is any conflict, central government power will be overriding the state government. Okay, so this is the one important dimension from your polity point of view. And if you see from GS paper 3, we have environment and ecology. So from this environment and ecology also, this topic is at most important. Here you have to see now what is the definition of forest. You have to see like jurisdiction of forest. And you have to see like different types of forest. For example, we have protected forest, we have reserve forest. So like that you have to see the different types of forest. And even you can also connect with what are the services which are provided by the forest. And recently from your disaster management, due to this climate change, there is increased incidence of wildfires. Okay, there is increased incidence of forest fires or wildfires. Forest fires. So you have to connect this topic also from your disaster management point of view. And here you have to see like what are the causes and what are the measures can be taken. And you have to even draw this disaster management cycle from this forest fires point of view. So all these are the different dimensions that you have to think from this article point of view. So is it clear or not? If it is clear, please hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, now let us see the today's quote and this first article. So today's quote is again a motivational quote. So I will be always there for you students. So if you are feeling low, okay, you can contact me and you can directly come to the office from the next week to meet me directly. And I will always thinking about the well-being of my students. So I want to motivate you every day. So quote here is, without a change there is no growth. Yes, change is very, very important. So one tip I want to give you is, so whenever you are feeling low, whenever you are feeling depression, it is common in this preparation because it is a very long journey. So many incidents will come and will go and you have to be very strong to fight them. Okay, you have to fight against them. Yes, whenever you are feeling low, you have to think like, so what change that I can do to improve my life? And try to change. For example, if your strategy is not working, so you have to come up with a new strategy. So if your guesswork is not happening good, then you can come up with a new strategy. So like that. So this is not only applying for your life, even in our history also we can learn a lot from how change that led to the development or that led to the growth. For example, in British India, British ruled over 400 years. So what changes in the British administration that led to the awakening of Indians? So you can think about that. And even during 1990s, so we came with this LPG reform. So how this LPG reforms led to the growth of our country. And you can see like examples of Indian freedom struggle itself, how change the strategy led to the independence of our country. Is what are the changes that happened in the women's life. Okay, so how we are seeing that women-led growth which is happening now. And you have to see like how the growth of the different sectors are happening. So what are the changes that came up? So in this way, you can write a very beautiful essay if you're getting this quote, like without a change, there is no growth. And there are a number of quotes which are given by famous thinkers about this change. For example, Mahatma Gandhi. So if you want to see the change in anyone, first the change which have to started within you. Okay, like that you can write a very beautiful essay for this quote. So I hope you understand like how to get some ideas from your GS, right? So if you're getting ideas, hit the like button. And now let us come to our article. So let us see the context. So if you see the context, it says that the Supreme Court in a significant order. So now Supreme Court ordered central government to use dictionary meaning of forest. So it will be a broad and all encompassing meaning of time being. And here we have to include around 1.97 lakh square kilometers of undeclared forest land into forest lands. So here this judgment is given by, as I said, that is 3-judge bench which is headed by our Chief Justice of India. So why the judgment came up? Because of petitions which are challenging this amendments of Forest Conservation Act of 1980, so which came up recently in 2023 by our government. So here in this 1980 statute, it says that yes, we have to check or we have to stop this deforestation. Because of deforestation, it will cause us ecological imbalance. Okay, so for efficient biodiversity conservation and for our environment, okay, safety and security of our environment, yes, we need this afforestation. So because of that, now even we are talking about urban afforestation. So now even we are talking about urban afforestation methods. So if you have gone through previous question papers, so you might be coming across this method called as Miyawaki technique. So Miyawaki is the method that we are using for this urban afforestation, and from Japan we came up with this concept of urban afforestation, that is Miyawaki. Especially we want to maintain ecological balance. So whenever you are maintaining ecological balance, we can see there will be sustenance of life. So if there is no ecological balance and if there is any ecological imbalance is happening, so we will be facing extreme weather events. That will lead to climate change also, right? So the petitions which had argued that Section 1A, which introduced through the Amendment Act, which is diluting the definition of forest. So why the petitions filed? So what are the amendments that we came up? So this amendments, you are diluting the definition of forest, and the definition of this forest into 2 categories, like declared forest and land recorded as forest in the government records after 1980. And even if you see this term forest, which had been a given broad meaning by the court now, and it is saying that we have to preserve green expanses irrespective of their nature, classification, and ownership. So this is the present definition of forest according to the dictionary, and now we have a broad meaning of forest. Okay, so adopting of this dictionary meaning of forest, which is very important because it is according to this Forest Conservation Act of 1980. And here there is also one clarification we got, that is forest will cover not to be confined to the lands recorded as forest in the government records. So this is the thing which mainly said by our Supreme Court. So this is about the present context. And now let us see what is the meaning of forest. At present in India, the problem is there is no nationally or widely accepted definition of forest. So states are responsible for determining the definition of forest. So because of this, in infographic we saw that state governments and union territories, they are having the important role. So the prerogative of the states to define the forest stems from 1996 Supreme Court order. So in 1996 Supreme Court order, in a famous case, that is T.N. Godavarman versus Union of India. So in this judgment, Supreme Court said that forest must be understood according to its dictionary meaning. Okay, it includes statutorily recognized forest, whether it is like a reserved forest, protected forest or any other forest. So whatever it may be, it will become under this dictionary meaning of forest. So this judgment is not given now, but even earlier in this Godavarman of 1996 judgment itself, Supreme Court said about the definition of forest, because there is no clear-cut nationally accepted definition of forest in India. So now let us see the jurisdiction of this forest. So forests, they are included in this concurrent list. As I said, so actually earlier it was present in the state list, but it has been transferred from the state list to concurrent list through this 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act, especially by this Indira Gandhi government. Okay, so state forest departments, they have jurisdiction over two types of forests which are notified under Indian Forest Act, and as well as reserve forest where no rights are allowed unless specified. And next one is we have protected forest where there are the no rights or banned unless specified. Okay, so these are the very important things that you have to remember. And now let us move back to our paper. So this is the very important article that appeared in our front page. Okay, so this is the only article, and here you can see like one more important topic, that is Kejriwal skips 6th ED summons in excise policy case, says replying to notices as per law. So actually I got a comment like, ma'am, please explain about Enforcement Directorate, I think day before yesterday. So that yes, again article came in the front page. So I thought that why can't I? So that I took this article for today's discussion. So now let us see the facts regarding this Enforcement Directorate directly. And this topic is important from your polity, which comes in a GS paper too. And we are not going to see the political things which are involved here. Just we are going to focus on the facts of Enforcement Directorate. And there is a high chance of getting question regarding this Enforcement Directorate in your prelims. So if you are talking about this Enforcement Directorate, it is a multidisciplinary organization. Okay, Enforcement Directorate of Enforcement, that is ED. It is a multidisciplinary organization. So it is mandated, the work here of this ED, it is to investigate on offences. So which are those offences? The first one is regarding money laundering and also violation regarding foreign exchange laws. And under which ministry they will function? It is very important, under Ministry of Finance. So under this Ministry of Finance, we have Department of Revenue. So under this Enforcement Directorate will function. So it is a premier financial investigation agency of our country. Okay, so this is very, very important. And if you are talking about structure, we are having a hierarchy here. So we are having Directorate of Enforcement, and where the headquarters are located? In New Delhi, obviously. And there are 5 regional offices are present in Mumbai, Chennai, Chandigarh, Kolkata and Delhi. And the Directorate has around 10 zonal offices, and these zonal offices will be headed by Deputy Director and 11 sub-zonal offices. And the recruitment will be done directly by drawing the officers from other investigation agencies. For example, we are having IRS officers, IPS officers, IAS officers, and income tax officers, excise officers, customs officers and police. So all will comes under this ED. And if I are talking about what are the functions of ED, the first one is under this important act, that is Conservation of Foreign Exchange and Preservation of Smugglings Act of 1974. Under this act here ED, which is empowered to sponsor the case of preventive detention with regarding to FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act. And under this FEMA here, so here this is a civil law. So it mainly focusing on external trade and payments and to promote orderly development and maintenance of foreign exchange market in India. So if there is anything wrong which is going on this FEMA, ED will be investigating the cases. And ED which also gave the responsibility to conduct investigation and to suspend controversies regarding this foreign exchange laws and regulations, and even it can impose penalties. And ED is also been entrusted with the responsibility of executing provisions of Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Okay, so these are the very important functions of this ED. And now let us move back to the paper. So there is nothing much important in the city page. You can simply leave this page. And you can directly move on to the states page. So this is states page. Here you can see one small keyword. Title says NCPCR summons Bihar Chief Secretary over Madrasas. So here there is also one more keyword, that is Madrasas. Madrasas are nothing but Muslim institutions. Like they are like schools where they will teach only Quran, that is called as Madrasas. And now these Madrasas are facing lot of problem because of lack of funds. Okay, so here we are talking about NCPCR, that stands for National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. Okay, it is National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. So here you have to see some dimensions. It is talking about NCPCR. You have to see like what is this NCPCR. So what are the functions and what is the mandate and what is the jurisdiction of this NCPCR. Okay, so these are the very important points that you have to know about this article. And if you move on, yes, here in this page number 6, you can see one interesting image. So you can see this image, it is very, very nice, no? So this image, it is about Milan exercise. So in this Milan exercise, MH-60R Seahawk helicopter it is going to involve, okay, so that it is doing some rehearsals. So now we have to know about this exercise for sure. So there is a high chance of getting question regarding these exercises in your prelims. Okay, so don't ignore this type of topics. So if you're talking about this Milan exercise, it is not annual exercise, it is biennial exercise. That means once in every 2 years. And it is naval exercise, that is multilateral. So many countries will be participating, and it is a naval exercise. So when it has begun in year 1995. And actually here it was started with the participation of only 4 countries. So those are Indonesia, Singapore, Sri Lanka and Thailand in 1995. And now many countries are participating in this Milan exercise. And originally it is part of India's Look East policy, and this Milan has been expanded in ensuring government of India's Act East policy and as well as Sagar initiative, okay, and even to include the participation of other friendly foreign countries. So these are some important facts, nothing more, nothing less regarding this Milan. And now let us move back to our Hindu. And you can see this editorial page. So this is our editorial page. So the first article is talking about service industry, that is engineering graduates or still in the service industry. So if you have time, you can go to that, but it's not much relevant. And this article is talking about BJP government strategy. So we are not going to see this political strategy. And already we discussed about this article 35A and article 370 number of times. So revise those topics, that's it. And this topic is important for today, that is India-Greece relations. And you know that in yesterday's class, just we saw the headline of India-Greece cooperation, right? So we got editorial because this is very, very important topic. So now let us see the dimensions, that what you have to read from this article point of view. So this article is talking about India-Greece relations. Okay, so you have to see map of Greece and you have to see the different countries to sharing boundary and as well as nearby water bodies. and you have to see like history of India-Greece relations, so when we started relationship, and you have to see like different areas of cooperation, and you have to see like what are the challenges, and you have to see what is a way forward. So all these are the very important dimensions that you have to see, and this topic is important from GS paper to under IR, especially from bilateral relations, and even from GS paper 1 under geography also it is important. Okay, now let us see this article in detail. So why this India-Greece relations is in news? Because of upcoming meeting. So here the state visit by Greek Prime Minister to New Delhi will be a very important step in building strategic good relationship between India and Greece. Okay, so now if you are talking about this India and Greece, how it is important for security and stability here. So we are talking about locations of India and Greece. So Greece, which is sharing boundary with this Mediterranean Sea, and if you want to access this Europe, so this Greece will be acting as a gateway. And even India is sharing boundary with this Indian Ocean region. So both they are strategically located. Okay, so they are located in the areas which are strategically very important to the global system. Okay, and but these are the countries you are facing geopolitically volatile conditions. Okay, so the recent events in the Red Sea which have shown that security and the stability and prosperity of East Mediterranean region where Greece is situated is very, very important. Okay, because the prosperity, security of Indian Ocean is also dependent on this Mediterranean Sea. So because of this, Greece and India, they have to come together to address this type of security issues in this Indian Ocean region and as well as in this Mediterranean Sea region. So if we're talking about cooperation between these two countries, so we are having the cooperation at the various levels. For example, in the field of military, okay, like Indian Navy and as well as Indian Air Force, so they are participating in the joint exercises with the Greece. And this one is Indian Construction Company, which is also taking help of Greece company, and they are building a new airport in this island of Crete. So I will be showing you where this island of Crete is located. And also a large systemic bank in Greece which had came up with this major tie-up with this major Indian financial institution, and they are focusing on this mutual fund products also. And even this article says that there is a lot of scope to develop relations between India and Greece. For example, we can encourage people-to-people ties, and we can also preserve the heritage of our ancient linkages, and we can ensure this modernizing of India as well as Greece in the relations, and we can also help universities and as well as students to come up with exchange programs and more cultural exchanges that can be done with a mutual cooperation. And even we can focus on improving of ties between India and Greece. And this article finally says that year 2024 it is very critical, okay, for the world to become a critical year to build India-Greece relations. Okay, so this is about this topic, and I want to show you the map of Greece. So this is map of Greece. So this is Greece, and if you see water bodies, here we have this is Mediterranean Sea. Okay, this is Mediterranean Sea, and here we have this island. This is called as Crete Island. So here Indian company and Greece company, they are building airport in this Crete. And if you see the countries which are sharing boundary with Greece, here we have Albania, North Macedonia, Bulgaria, and as well as Turkey. Okay, clear? Yes, now let us move on to next topic in the text and context. So this article is talking about recent report on local fintech players. So this article is very important from your GS paper 3 economy point of view. So if you see the context, it says that the Standing Committee on Communications and Information Technology. So this standing committee which raised some concerns, okay, it has raised some concerns about the dominance of fintech apps which are owned by foreign entities. in the Indian ecosystem and recommended that local players be promoted. So here whatever the foreign companies fintech they are present, like foreign fintech entities are present, so they are growing, they are dominating compared to that of Indian fintech companies. So this is a report which said by Standing Committee on Communications. So if you see further more details, it says that, so here we have some regulating bodies, like we have RBIs, we have NPCI. So they can regulate only this Indian companies, but they cannot regulate this foreign apps. Okay, so because of this, there is a dominance of this foreign apps which is seen compared to that of Indian apps. So this is the cause of concern. So if we're talking about this fintech revolution, so what is the meaning of this fintech revolution? So fintech revolution means nothing but the banks, they now be done by the new kinds of technology driven firms. For example, we have mobile applications, mobile technology giants, like for example Google, they can do payment and business that was once done just by banking sector. So rather than this banking sector, now fintech companies, they are going and they are doing the payments. So even it involves innovation, risk taking and experimenting with the new businesses models, and even the process designs that can be better serve the people, because whenever they are staying in home, they can do the digital transactions. There is no need of going to banks, wasting of time and standing in queue, etc. That is not there now. And if you are talking about this fintech revolution, it is leading to this shrinking of banking sector nowadays. Since the banking sector, it is a source of systemic risk in India, a smaller banking system will improve stability. And next one is issues which are seen with this banking sector, like banks are weak on innovating and as well as serving users. So even they are unable to engage in innovation and discovery due to their bureaucratic character and state control products and processes in banking. So that here the revolution of this fintech companies are going on day by day. And next one is handle the diverse needs of India. So fintech companies, they can take the risk and innovate themselves on their products and processes, and they want to be fit with the lives of the people across the geographical class diversity in India. Okay, so these are some important points that you have to remember from this article point of view. And now let us see today's main question, that is, there is an imminent need to address the potential risk associated with fintech sector in order to enhance its role in financial inclusion. Discuss. So this article is talking about what are the challenges. So in introduction, you can write about what is this fintech sector or fintech revolution that now we are saying, and you have to write just what are the challenges. So do some research and write the challenges regarding this fintech companies. Okay, and you can also write about what is the meaning of financial inclusion and how this financial inclusion is helpful for inclusive society in conclusion. So this is the structure of your answer for this question. Okay, try to write answer for this question and the word limit is 150 words. Okay, clear? And now let us move back to our paper. Yes, this is text and context. I discussed about this fintech companies. Yes, and next topic is there was a political deadlock in Northern Ireland. So whenever you are seeing any country in news, you have to see where it is located, map, and as well as why it is in news. Okay, recently Senegal is in news, so because of political instability, and now again we are seeing this Northern Ireland is in news. Okay, so why? You have to know that. So Northern Ireland, so I hope you can see now, right? So this gist. So Northern Ireland has finally developed a new government this month after a hiatus between two main parties since 2020 elections. So since 2020 elections, finally in this 2024 month of February, the government formed. So here DUP, it was a signatory to Britain's 2020 withdrawal agreement from European Union, and the party has nevertheless not reconciled itself to be the internal trade border agreement which created between Northern Ireland and rest of Britain. So it is about the trade which is going to happen between this Northern Ireland and other areas. So here why this Northern Ireland is in news, because new government which formed, okay, after this 2022 elections. So this thing that you can remember. Yes, and one more important topic, that is why are human animal conflicts or human wildlife conflicts are escalating in state of Kerala. So here this article says that the increased area under cultivation because of changing of cropping patterns and because of increase in the population of animals due to conservation efforts and the movement of livestock and humans in the wildlife habitats in odd hours. So there are the major reasons for this wildlife conflicts incidents. So this is very important topic. So if you see about Kerala, so how many of you are from Kerala? So many students, right? So please let me know what are the problems in reality. Okay, so here this article says that forest covers only 30% of geographical area of Kerala, and it is relatively very small state and average 70 kilometers and population is more than like around 3.46 crore people. That means we are having densely populated human settlements. They are very much close to this protected forest regions. So near this protected forest regions, yes, we have okay, I don't know what is happening here. Okay, so here the forest area is 30% and there is a huge population in this Kerala, so that there is a dense settlements you are seen near even the protected areas of forest, and especially because of increasing of population, and there will be increase the demand for the food, so that we have to increase this agriculture as well, right? So this is the thing which mainly said, and here you have to focus on what are the reasons. The reason here is, the first one is because of area under cultivation which had been increased, and because of changing of cropping pattern, and because of significant increasing of animal population, for example elephants, tigers, because of conservation efforts, and because of movement of livestock and humans in this wildlife habitat during odd hours. So these are the very important reasons for this wildlife conflict. Okay, so this is the thing which mainly said here. And one more important reason here is because of invasive alien species. So because of invasive alien species that reduce the availability of food and as well as water, and even because of monoculture of eucalyptus, acacia, that also affected the plant biodiversity, okay, in this region. So because of this, they are coming outside of their habitats and they are coming in contact with humans and as well as animals. And what are the proposed solutions here? So here the first solution here is, we can use elephant proof trenches, and next one is solar powered fences that are widely used in this Kerala, and they are largely effective and they can be properly maintained. This is the first one. And one more problem here is, what are the fences you are coming up? So these can be often broken by the people living nearby to let their cattle into the forest for grazing. And elephants too, they will destroy these fences using their legs and as well as tusk. So this is one problem. And government can come up. The second solution is, government can come up with new eco restoration policy. And under this policy here, forest, they have to go for suitable indigenous plants like wild mango, gooseberry, jackfruits, etc. They can be grown so that we can ensure the food for the forest animals, and they will be not entering into the human habitats if there is a proper availability of food in their habitats. And next one here is, we can also focus on early warning system that can track the movement of elephants and other dangerous animals by using the drones and watchers. And even we can avoid the people who are going into that areas in that time. And these measures are very important, okay, that can be taken so that we can decrease this human animal conflict. So this human animal conflict is very important, and there are reasons given and there are supposed solutions, so that you can easily use them. Okay, so this is very important. And if you move on to this news page, I found nothing important in this page especially. Yes, here in this page number 14, you can see one article, that is major projects for education skilling to be launched. So here our Prime Minister, he said that we have to inaugurate and we have to focus on education, especially we have to focus on increasing of skill of students. So here you have to see like what are the steps taken by the government in this regard, like how government is focusing to improve the skills. For example, we have Skill India program, and how government is focusing on education, for example, especially girl child education, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Okay, and you have to see what is success of those schemes as well. Okay, so that's it. And one more important news here is class 10th and class 12 examinations will be held twice a year from 2025 to 2026. Okay, so here you have to know about what is this national education program, and you have to see what is this national curriculum framework. Those two are very important. Yes, in this world page you can see one important article, interesting article. So this is about European Union launches Red Sea mission as US ship is attacked twice. So here this issue which is related to Israel-Palestine issue. Okay, this issue is related to Israel-Palestine issue. Okay, so this issue is, I think the note is not working. Okay, let's close this. Okay, so this issue, it is about Israel-Palestine issue, right? So what happened here is Israel is getting support from US, okay, and as well as UK, like that. So Western countries are supporting Israel, and Palestine is getting support from Iran and Iran backed countries. So here Iran wants to control this Red Sea. Red Sea is very important for the trade, international trade. It is one of the important choke point. So what is happening here is Iran is controlling Red Sea by using Houthis of Yemen. So by using Houthis of Yemen, it is controlling this Red Sea. So Houthis, they started using drones, and as well as they are doing hijacking of ships which are moving here, and especially US ships had been attacked twice in this Red Sea. So here European Union launched a naval mission especially to protect Red Sea shipping from Yemen's Houthi rebels, because US cargo ship had been repeatedly under fire in this region. Okay, so Iran based Houthis, they are controlling this region, and this region is very vital for the shipping. Okay, so this in this way here European Union wants to come up with this mission, and this mission is called as aspirants. Aspirants, Greek for shield. Okay, and it wants to control the ships in this region, and it wants to provide the safety and security in this Red Sea region. So here Red Sea is seen highly in news, so that I can say you can get a question regarding this countries which are sharing boundary with Red Sea, and the important states and water bodies present in this Red Sea. It is very, very important. Okay, yeah, that's all. In this business page I found nothing much important. So these are the very important articles that appeared in now today's Hindu newspaper. And now I want to show you like where can you get the notes of this class. So this is our Telegram channel, that is Rathods IAS classes. So we are updating our classes and as well as notes here. So if you want to get the notes of this class, you can join the Telegram channel so that you can easily download the notes in the PDF format. And next one is, this is our Rathods IAS Academy YouTube channel. So do subscribe to this channel so that whenever we are posting video, you will be getting updates, and we are going to post lots and lots of videos of prelims soon. Okay, so if you want to get access, yes, you have to subscribe to this channel. Next one is, this is our website, Rathods IAS Academy website, and prelims is very, very near. It is around 3 months from now. So this is very, very less time. And if you are facing any problem with any subjects like history, geography, economy, so you can come and take the courses that we are offering here. And the cost of this courses is very, very less, and it's very affordable. Even it is less than 3,000 rupees. So try to join the courses so that you will be getting conceptual clarity for sure. It is 100%. And even we are providing foundational course for a minimal cost. You will be not getting that cost anywhere throughout our country. It is our challenge. And we are going to provide videos of both recorded and as well as live for this foundational course. And if you want to join this foundational course, you can contact me. The number is 8074765513, and this is also a WhatsApp number. You can contact me on WhatsApp also. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you like this class, hit the like button, and please do share this class to your friends also. And by this I'm concluding. Thank you so much for watching.